Test. Whoa. Check. Check. Fuck. 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 Okay. Test.
Volume up, volume down. Normal, high. Volume up, volume down. High, no, low. Volume up, volume down. Normal, fast one. Normal.
Galnet's network of galaxy-respected economists and political scientists track the movement of wealth, influence, and conflict across human-occupied space to bring you their predictions for the galactic power standings of the days to come. Eiling Duval. Current command capital reserves are calculated at 1483. Without further fortification, this will convert to a deficit of 57 next cycle. Expert opinion indicates serious trouble in the coming days, even with existing fortification, should current expansion efforts succeed. Eiling Duval is looking at a shortfall in their CC reserve to the tune of 668 next cycle. Edmund Mahone, current command capital reserves are calculated at 1656 without additional fortification. The future seems precarious, with the next cycle's balance expected to drop to negative 12. Our experts believe that a deficit can still be avoided should current fortification efforts succeed. Edmund Mahone could secure a CC reserve of 414 next cycle. A. Lavinia Duval, current command capital reserves are calculated at 1123 without additional fortification. The future seems precarious, so the next big cycle is expected to drop to negative 181. Current commander capital reserves are calculated at 461. No extra fortifications. This will convert to a balance of 106 next cycle. Our experts predict that should current fortification expansion efforts succeed, Felicia Winters is heading towards a CC balance of negative 195. 1513, 652, 525, negative 33, 844, 529, 1198, 1246.
Fears rise of Thargoid expansion. Pilots Federation alert. Ships traveling in the vicinity of HIP 22460 have reported so-called hyperdiction incidents at increased distances from the Thargoid-controlled system. Pilots have filed similar reports about encounters in VO402 Aurigay, HR 1490, Sinuafe SACB 332, and several other systems. The number of ships being pulled from hyperspace and scanned by Thargoid vessels, or in some cases attacked immediately, has substantially increased. Admiral Maxton Price issued a statement on behalf of the Federal Navy. Our initial analysis suggested that, having eliminated the Proteus wave, the Thargoids would extend their forces out from the HIP 22460 system. Unfortunately, those predictions have proved correct. New data indicates that they are using that system as a base of operations to expand into the sector. Historically, hyperdiction events did not always result in conflict. but the recent spate of direct attacks proves that the Thargoids' aggression toward humanity has reached new levels. All civilian traffic should exercise extreme caution while traveling within the Pleiades region. Professor Albert Tesreau published an alternative viewpoint. What we interpret as a military expansion may instead be an attempt to reclaim territory. The Pleiades Nebula has long had a considerable Thargoid presence, with many planets containing barnacle sites where their vessels harvest meta-alloys. It seems logical that they would use their increased numbers in HIP 22460 to reassert their claim on the region. Retrial requested for Admiral Tanner. The Federal Attorney's Office has called for the conviction of former Admiral Aidan Tanner to be reviewed in light of events in HIP 22460. Following a distinguished career in the Federal Navy, Tanner served as the Chief Military Liaison for Aegis. In November 3307, while in command of the Aegis defense megaship Musashi, he attempted to take control of Hind Mine Starport. He believed it held evidence that Salvation intentionally attracted the Thargoids to the Khonsar system in order to test his superweapon. Tanner's attack failed and the Musashi was overtaken, largely due to superior numbers of independent pilots supporting the former Taurus Mining Ventures, now Azimuth Biotech. He was court-martialed, dishonorably discharged, and found guilty of mutiny and unlawful military action. But his sentencing was postponed by request of Fleet Admiral Tayo Makori, who considered Tanner's intel to be crucial to his own investigation into Salvation. The Federal Times published this statement from senior attorney Fiona Logan. It is now a proven fact that the Guardian-based nature of the Proteus wave was intended to attract the Thargoid fleet to HIP 22460. Component analysis by Ramtar has verified that its Forerunner superweapons were almost certainly designed to do likewise. This substantiates Tanner's allegation that Salvation deliberately invited Thargoid incursions in inhabited systems. Furthermore, Salvation originally claimed that his anti-Xeno detection network alerted him to the aliens' approach, but there is no evidence that this network exists. The Federal Navy Criminal Court confirmed that a formal application for a judiciary review was received. A special panel has been convened to reassess Tanner's case. Report from HIP 22460. Salvation is dead. It has been confirmed that Salvation, figurehead of Azimuth Biotech and creator of the Proteus wave, was killed on board the Bright Sentinel. A segment of a transmission by an independent rescue team within HIP 22460 was shared with Vox Galactica by an anonymous source. The team was reporting back to the Musashi megaship, which has now returned to the T-Tauri system. Captain Kadir, this is Drummond. You're not paying us well enough to be in this hellhole. There are Thargoids everywhere we turn. But we found out what you wanted to know. It's not good news. We finally managed to get close to the wreck of the Bright Sentinel, near where the bridge used to be. Bodies were drifting among the twisted metal, but fewer than we expected. We identified some of the command crew, including Commodore Halloran. But even before we got a positive ID scan, I recognized Dr. Wycherley immediately. Nobody else could possibly look so old. He was still in his command chair, surrounded by shattered fragments of cybernetic implants, his portable medical sensors dormant. Despite his shredded and broken body, his eyes were frozen open. I reached out to close them, but a Thargoid interceptor suddenly walked in and we had to race back to our ship. I'm uploading all our data now, but I'm sorry to report that our primary target was not recoverable. Salvation is dead. Azimuth Biotech has confirmed that it employed freelance specialists to locate any surviving personnel from the Proteus Wave project, and that their findings were believed to be accurate. No further statement has yet been made. Megaship materials boost Alliance Defense Force. Pilots Federation alert. Sirius Corporation has gathered resources in the Listi system to help improve the Alliance's anti-Xeno defenses. The campaign's conclusion was announced by Captain Delfina Dominguez, commanding officer of the Chariot of Rhea megaship. Many pilots docked with us over the past week to deliver shipments of energy grid assemblies, magnetic emitter coils, power transfer buses, and titanium. On behalf of Sirius Corporation and the Allied Defense Force, I thank you for such encouraging support. I am informed that these will be sufficient to outfit 2 Sentry megaships, each armed with experimental AX weaponry. These will be placed in key systems across the Alliance, ready to respond to potential Thargoid incursions. Admiral Glass has outlined his long-term plans to senior officers in the Sirius Navy. It's clear that these are exciting times for the Alliance Defense Force. If the Thargoids come, we will be better prepared to repel them. The Council of Admirals has stated that the new megaships are expected to become operational by September 15th. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect payment from the Chariot of Rhea in the Listi system. Thargoid rule claim draws speculation. An independent journalist has suggested that some survivors of the Battle of HIP 22460 heard a strange alien sound of unknown origin. Flint firemaker Lafos published his theories via the Rewired network. Only a handful of crew members rescued from HIP 22460 managed to give garbled first-hand accounts before being placed under military quarantine. Naturally, most talked about how those damn bugs wiped out almost everyone. But a few mentioned something bizarre heard shortly after the Thargoid counterattack. These witnesses described it in various ways: ghastly, overwhelming, monstrous to name a few. Jade Sanderlin, Vox Galactica's hotshot reporter, said it was a noise which shook our bodies, screeching through our skulls. Now, there are no audio recordings in the public domain to share, but there's definitely a pattern if you study the reports closely. Both ship and suit audio systems interpret all sorts of electromagnetic emissions from Thargoid vessels. This would have to be a far more powerful cry to cut through the chaos across multiple ships. Could it have been a roar of defiance aimed at us? Or was it aimed somewhere else? And before anyone accuses me of stirring up trouble like usual, no, I haven't technically heard the alleged sound myself. Full disclosure. But someone has to speak up for those who insist it happened. I wasn't in HIP 22460 and neither were most of you. Got it? Here's where it gets interesting, though. The Federal Navy responded to my request for details by stating all HIP 22460 data was classified. The Imperial Navy refused to acknowledge me at all. The Alliance Defense Force said it was likely a symptom of collective trauma or hysteria. So the obvious question is, what are they all hiding? Congressional hopeful Dalton Chase, governor of Andevangel 1, is one of the few people in a position of stellar authority talking openly about HIP 22460. Chase recently argued that people have a right to know everything that happened. Other broadcasters like Hamer Borachev, Kit Fowler and Joy Senna are also not accepting the silence. We'll continue demanding answers from those who are supposedly protecting us. A day of remembrance for HIP 22460. President Zachary Hudson has announced that today is a federal day of remembrance for those lost in HIP 22460 on August 9th. In a public address, the President formally acknowledged the recent tragedy. The Battle of HIP 22460 is a dark day in our interstellar nation's history. The crews of the FNS Bombardier, FNS Fortitude and FNS Varian Scott gave their lives with dignity and honor, as did many other courageous individuals. They will never be forgotten for as long as the Federation endures. We recognize this massacre of defenseless crew for what it was. The latest example of unrelenting hostility by our Thargoid enemy. Another event which leads me to believe no peace can be brokered with that species. I promise, under no uncertain terms, that the loss of over 50,000 naval personnel will be avenged. Shadow President Felicia Winters provided a statement to the Federal Times. I wholeheartedly support the creation of this day of remembrance. But we are not entirely blameless in causing the disaster. If not for an ill-considered commitment of Federal Navy resources to Salvation's banner, this misguided project might never have been realized. I might add that President Hudson fails to explain precisely how we will enact revenge upon the Thargoids. Now that we appear to lack further superweapon technology, our conventional forces will be severely challenged if the conflict escalates. Palin and Ram Tar seek unclassified relics. Pilots Federation alert. 2 engineers who specialize in studying alien technology have requested deliveries of a newly discovered artifact. Professor Ishmael Palin explained the details. These unclassified relics as they are currently known, are Guardian in origin. Traditionally, such artifacts trigger a hostile reaction from any Thargoid technology introduced to it. But our preliminary studies show a molecular realignment of the artifact's crystalline structure, resulting in something that emits both Guardian and Thargoid energy signatures. This came to my attention only recently. Unusual electromagnetic fields appeared on my sensors as Commander Hurix approached Able Laboratory while carrying one of these objects. I am now offering reimbursement to any pilots who can provide more relics for further study. Ram Tar provided a similar statement. This is an exciting development in the field of xenological research. For the very first time, Guardian and Thargoid systems have interacted to synthesize a new material. Initial data suggests this is now a consistent process whenever a Guardian relic Palin and Ram Tar seek unclassified relics. Pilots Federation alert. 2 engineers who specialize in studying alien technology have requested deliveries of a newly discovered artifact. Professor Ishmael Palin explained the details. These unclassified relics as they are currently known, are Guardian in origin. Traditionally, such artifacts trigger a hostile reaction from any Thargoid technology introduced to it. But our preliminary studies show a molecular realignment of the artifact's crystalline structure, resulting in something that emits both Guardian and Thargoid energy signatures. This came to my attention only recently. Unusual electromagnetic fields appeared on my sensors as Commander Hurix approached Able Laboratory while carrying one of these objects. I am now offering reimbursement to any pilots who can provide more relics for further study. Ram Tar provided a similar statement.
Commander.
This is an exciting development in the field of xenological research. For the very first time, Guardian and Thargoid systems have interacted to synthesize a new material. Initial data suggests this is now a consistent process whenever a Guardian relic interfaces with a Thargoid surface site. The first relic I saw was gratefully received from Commander Demlager's team several days ago.
You're just starting this,
What
eh?
is their purpose? Have we
Not
accidentally
quite.
unlocked some transformative function
This
that was always present?
game is...
Or have the Thargoids
Hold on, let me turn this
reconsidered
bitch
their
off.
technological adaptation in response to recent events in the HIP 22460 system? With the help of contributing pilots, my shared research project with Professor Palin may furnish us with answers.
This game... Lots of people call this game a menu
Oh, her voice is
simulator.
different. You changed her
Changed who? That was
to sound
recorded.
like this.
Oh, I made it deeper because this game, I didn't want to get it mixed up with this. Hold on.
Emoji thumbs up, medium skin tone.
I didn't want it to get mixed up with this.
Greetings, Commander. This is Eden, your cockpit voice assistant, or Kova.
I needed it to be a different pitch than my cockpit voice assistant. In this game, people call
Yeah,
this
I
game
can see that happening.
people call this game a menu simulator. Okay. Two-C fuel tank. I even gonna be fucking landing on anything? Okay.
Greetings, Commander.
Greetings, Commander.
No, not outfitting. Alright, now we need to take on a job and make some fucking money. We need you to find the missing commercial samples. This cargo is unique to the mission and cannot be replaced if lost. Search signal source in the Chombo system. Courier, huh? Deliver data to the Deluxe settlement. Chombo. Okay. All right. Trade data. Buy it. 24 minutes? Are you fucking 24 hours? 0 minutes? Are you serious? It's gonna take me a fucking day? Or it's giving me, oh, it's 24 hours of live data. Okay, cool.
When it says it takes that long.
It's 20, this is unrealistic mode. That's a legit 24 hours. Like you see in the upper left corner, it says 5:39.
Is it like really that many times or?
Yeah.
Like?
Yeah, it's all real time. Everything, this is a real time simulation. It's set to realistic mode. I'm playing with the rest of the world that wants to play. Let's see what's going here. Alright, we'll do this one first. But yeah, like if you...
Holy.
Yeah, watch this. When I say real time, like I mean like legit real time. Like, because this is a 1-to-1 scaled recreation of our galaxy. Sagittarius. You can go anywhere in it. It's all charted from real. They've been making this game since the 80s. Like, look at all these stars. The lines in between them are established routes. So we'll go here, and this is another look. You can go down. Like legit. But like right here.
There are a lot of starts without lines.
Yeah, that's because nobody's gone to those yet. So like if we look at this, right here, that is 13.39 light years away. That is legitimately 13.39 light years away from here. Which is where I am. So that's 13.39 light years away. And if we were to fly there and not use Super Cruise Assist, we would literally take that long to get there. Like you'll be flying and it'll say like, you know, you're a year away from it. It will take me a year of playing this game to get there. See in the upper right corner it says realistic mode. So we're gonna fly from here to here. Now And we're going to stop there. Let's check out what's going on here. So here we've got an unexplored, but it was discovered already. And when you discover and find stuff, you get to name it yourself in the game. And here's the asteroid belt. And here, an unexplored planet. Unexplored planet. That's 1,233.08 light seconds away. Security anarchy. So there's not going to be shit here for us. We're not going to be able to stop for fuel. So we got to check. See how far we can get. Yeah, let's put life support at #1 priority. So we have a fuel scoop equipped, which means we can fly close to stars and steal energy from them and convert it into fuel so that we can go farther without restocking. I named my ships Argo after Argo that took Jason to the Golden Fleece. Oh, we're not getting all the way there in one shot. So we're going to go here. We're going to store some more fuel. We're going to switch out since we're not carrying anything. We're going to remove our cargo rack. For a fuel tank. Cargo rack. For a shield generator. Fuel tank, planetary approach, fuel scoop, scarab, vehicle, hangar, shield generator. Fuel tank. Fuel transfer lipids. Those are little robots that you could send to other places. Like other ships. Hatch breakers for stealing shit. We are not getting all the way there. Fuck. Shit, how does my Viper get farther than that? And why does this thing have my fucking fuel tank on it? Hold on. Okay, so outfitting, optional, core internal. Now we have a better fuel scoop.
My paper was graded for my technology class.
How good? How did it come out?
Out of 150 points, I got 136.
Not bad.
The best but far better than I expected.
Yeah, no kidding.
Not.
The best but far better than I expected. Not. I don't understand. Not what.
It's not the best but far better than I expected.
What? Oh, shit. Okay, that makes more sense. You want to see something fucked up? Look at all the control options. This is why I want to get a flight stick and run this on keyboard. You see like flight rotation? These are all the controls inside flight rotation.
Yes, of course.
Watch this.
Oh yes, that would be really freaking awesome.
Shit.
Keep in mind there is a lag.
Shit.
And it's far worse on the laptop than the phone.
Okay, look at this. These are all the controls for the game. And every single one of those pluses opens up into a greater area with even more options. Look at this.
Boo.
Alright, let's see if we can do this. Okay. Why are all my points set to...
Aggressive actions. For peace of mind, please stow ship weapons while inside the docking bay. This is a flight regulation announcement. Please proceed to land on your assigned pad in a timely manner and refrain from obstructing
constructing other docking areas.
Okay.
Access to docking facilities requires flight control authorization. Please submit a request before entering the docking bay. We will be forced to respond to aggressive action. For peace of mind, please stow ship weapons while inside the docking bay.
Much better route. So this is the path we're taking. Our first drop is Oahu, and that is .55 light years away. What's going on at Oahu? All we have to do is our pre-flight checklist. We will get there in 5 jumps. Double check our mission board.
Advise that all commanders be aware of their speed while in and around the starport. Thank you for your cooperation. Services at this starport are constantly being updated. Remember to visit every time you pass through the system.
Alright. Making sure our mission's up. Our mission is up. We're inside an asteroid right now. It's a pain in the ass landing in here.
Unlawful behavior in and around the starport is not permitted. We thank commanders for their cooperation.
Ready? Alright, pitch check, confirmed, roll check, confirmed, flight control check, maneuver, and checking throttle up, check, and down, check. Landing gear, check. Deploying hard points, check. Target lock, check. And primary fire of hard point, check. All systems go, cleared for launch.
Disengage from landing pad. You are go for departure.
Landing gear retracted.
We are currently mass locked. If you look down in the bottom right where that circle is in the middle, see where it says 101? That is our speed. On the bottom right where you see our ship, that's our orientation so we don't get confused. On the left you'll see that planetary ring. That's going to give you our destination, and then that circle with the plus sign, like the reticule, the aiming
101 what light knots?
yeah. Basically, hold on, we're off of mass lock. This is a really, really slow ship. But you see that circle with the aiming reticule in it that's got the white dot? See the white dot moving?
You have left the no-fire zone. This is traffic operations, signing off.
Now you see how the white dot turned into it's not solid anymore? This.
Yes.
That is our destination. That means that it's behind us. We can't see it. That's why the dot's not white. So if we change our pitch, now our destination is in front of us, right here. Now, let's change. Okay, you see where it says mass locked and fuel in the bottom right? You see where it says weapons, engine, systems, and restore? That's our D-pad. I can change power. Now everything is distributed evenly right now. All of our power is put towards engines. Now we're going faster. You see how that says 1 year away? It would take us a year to fly there right now. That's why we do this.
Frameshift drive charging.
I love this
4,
part.
3, 2, 1. Engage. apply. Frameshift drive charging.
You see, it's kind of bright right there.
4, 3, 2,
Watch this.
1.
Look at our speed right now. When you see C, that is the speed of light. 1C is the speed of light, the fastest speed in the universe. Look at our systems going crazy. Oh boy. Alright, we just discovered someplace. Let's scan it real quick.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
No, we're not. Whoa, buddy. Slow your fucking roll, dog.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, now from Oahu, we need to go... Fuck, I need a permit to go here. Let's see if we can get to this. Oh, fuck. Let's see if we can get here.
Frameshift drive charging.
What do you need to do to get a permit?
I have no idea. But we're gonna go here.
Like how would one get that?
I don't even know. This game is so fucking hard. I am just... Fuck.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ready? Like, that's 127 days. We're gonna get there real quick.
Been ready.
Did that just happen? Oh my god. Got here. Yeah, I know. Right now, our ship is really hot. Now we have to go... I wonder... Let's fucking do it. Excess mass. Your ship exceeds the mass limit to successfully...
CNU like coast till IT cools a bit.
Can't get there. We have to make the next jump to LH475.
Frameshift drive charging.
Here we go. our girl.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's go, honey. Go. Oof. We're cooking. All right, now we're gonna slow down. Stop.
Incoming mission critical message.
Delivery bonus. Commander, we require the data sooner than expected. If you can get here within the new time frame, there is a bonus for you. Gold Universal Company, Deluxe Settlement, arrival point estimated. Fuck yes. Let's do it. Where's Deluxe Settlement?
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Somebody's trying to steal our cargo.
Scan detected.
I have no cargo, dog. Not a goddamn thing. Somebody's trying to steal our shit right now. This guy. Fuck that guy. I don't have no cargo, so you cannot steal my shit.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Monitoring distance and rate. Slowing down. Now you see where it says distance and speed on the left? The top line is how far away I am. The blue zone is optimal. Now my speed is adjusted with this. So, whoa, easy buddy. So we want to match the speed on this for the safest re-entry. It just takes a little while. That person that tried to steal our shit was a real person too. All this information we're scanning, we're gonna sell it.
For really?
You can go around charting the stars. There are people that fly around. Look, there's a ship coming in. You see it? There are people that fucking fly around.
What do they gain from stuff like that?
Data. Remember how I bought trade data and source data? They can determine what's in the galaxy. It's like taking a picture of the area for the rest of the people to pay for if they wanted to. There's Luke. So again, we got interdicted again. Got away, bitches. Where the fuck are? Whoa. Okay. Nice. Someone tried to catch us, and we got away. 25 light seconds out. Fuel is nominal. Restoring power. Disengage. And we are at the settlement. Now we hit 850 kilometers.
Zorgon Peterson, Tango Hotel Echo. This is Federal Flight Control. You're clear for approach. Ensure you submit a request before touching down, Commander.
6.
Request denied.
5.
Decrease range and submit again. A warning, Commander. Weapon fire restrictions are in place here. Authorization cleared. Make your way to landing pad number 3-1.
Retracting hard points, that's what he was bitching about. It's a no fire zone. We're gonna come in here. We have clearance for another 9 minutes.
Decrease speed to within safe limits, Commander.
Scan detected.
What the fuck?
Caution. Refrain from unsafe maneuvers,
Fuck
Commander.
you, that guy hit me, I didn't do shit. Asshole. Learn how to fly your ship. What bay am I cleared for? 31. There's our guy right there.
300 meters from touchdown.
Checked your bay number. Check again. Unauthorized loitering may trigger a lethal response.
Landing gear deployed.
Have authorization to be inside the docking bay. Remember, loitering is a violation.
I hate landing. The fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa. Where's 31? Where the fuck is my bay?
Not your credit balance.
And of course, this whole base is spinning right now. God damn it. 6 minutes.
For your
God damn it. Do you see this fucking...
Ensure you complete docking procedures within your allotted time. Avoid unnecessary destruction.
You have
Warning.
violated
Shield generator
fire
flag.
restrictions.
Eject.
Oh my god. Fuck this shit. Ah! I accidentally fired my mining laser, so they blew me up.
The hell
Crimes
happened?
against- I fuck.
Boo.
Oh my god. 8 grand on legal cause. I fucking. Fuck this.
I'm sorry, dear.
Yeah, me too. Glad I fucking sold some shit first. If I didn't have the insurance for that, I would have lost my ship. The Pillar of Fortitude. Where the fuck am I? What the fuck? Where the fuck did this take me? Oh my god. 55 light years away. Ugh. Well, let's get to it. We are now very far away. This is our new route. So much for the bonus, huh? Oh my god. Fuck this.
Ong.
Oh, why thank you. Detention facility. Remember, we are always watching. Fuck you. I don't like cops. Let's switch. Cause fuck this. Stored ships, shipyard. What do you mean hauler and sidewinder? There she is. 15 minutes? I'll fucking take it. How much? 1400? Alright. We're going to... Let's fucking do it. Minutes. It's so far away. Oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. Well, we got a minute. I can't believe that happened. Well, you guys got any jobs here? Shit. Nope.
Superpowers commit to salvation. The leaders of the Alliance, Empire and Federation have publicly confirmed their support for Azimuth Biotech's anti-Xeno operation in HIP 22460. Prime Minister Edmund Mahn reiterated his position during an interview with the Old World's Gazette. It is our duty to protect the peoples of the Alliance. Since we currently lack a dedicated naval fleet, we must rely on partnerships with key military providers. With Salvation's advanced weaponry and Sirius Corporation's large-scale logistical might, allied worlds have never been safer from attack. The Imperial Senate discussed Professor Albert Tesro's accusations of criminality against Azimuth Biotech, to which Emperor Arisa Lavany Duval responded. Professor Tesro remains a respected member of the Akanar Research Council, but a single viewpoint cannot eclipse the strategic significance of the Proteus Wave project. Our military experts are confident that, should the weapon deliver on the promises Salvation has made, the Thargoid threat will be diminished. A review of the situation will then be conducted. During a promotional tour of marine training centers in the Eta Cassiopeia system, President Zachary Hudson told reporters, "Director Raidmaker is absolutely correct. Those who deliberately sabotage Azimuth Biotech's operations are only helping the Thargoids, which is tantamount to treason. The Federation's citizens have the right to live without fear of alien invasion, and Salvation's ingenuity will help us preserve that right." One Allied megaship, 3 Farragut-class battle cruisers and 3 Majestic-class interdictors are currently deployed in the HIP 22460 system to defend the Proteus Wave against the Thargoids. Resources supplied to Xeno Retrieval Program. Pilots Federation alert. A delivery campaign in the Pleiades Sector CWUB-32 system has provided vital commodities to Azimuth Biotech. The technical materials will enable Azimuth to analyze the salvaged wreckages of Thargoid vessels following the activation of the Proteus wave in the HIP 22460 system. Captain Maxim Leganov, commanding officer of the Glorious Prospect megaship, delivered a statement to conclude the initiative. Over the last week, I have been pleased to witness so many ships arriving at the Glorious Prospect in response to Director Raidmaker's request. Our cargo holds are now well stocked with HN shock mounts, microcontrollers, neofabric insulation and radiation baffles. My crew are already arranging for these to be distributed to Azimuth's xenological research centers. Pilots who signed up to this campaign can now collect credit payments. We also have a limited stock of pre-engineered Guardian shard cannons, which have been ferried across from our sister ship Bright Sentinel, and these will be awarded to the most dedicated contributors. The Glorious Prospect will remain in the Pleiades Sector CWUB-32 system alongside the Musashi, which is offering anti-Xeno weaponry and redeeming Thargoid combat bonds. Two other Azimuth megaships, Bright Sentinel and Heart of Taurus, are in the nearby HIP 22460 system where the Proteus Wave project is approaching readiness. Azimuth divides media opinion. Editorial pieces published by newsfeeds across the core systems illustrate a range of viewpoints on current events in HIP 22460. Ion Akanar. There is no doubt that the real threat to our empire will arise once the Thargoids are gone. That's when federal aggression will undoubtedly resume, fueled by centuries of envy at our glorious splendor. Citizens Chronicle. Some may have mocked Princess Aisling Duval for describing Salvation as a master of self-promotion and public manipulation. But her political instincts are astute, and we believe she is right to warn us against this dangerous man. Soul Today. We can all see what will happen as soon as the Thargoids have been dealt with. The Imperials will declare war against our democracy, seeking to enforce their totalitarian regime upon freedom-loving federal citizens. Federal Free Press. The government's focus on Salvation means that vital domestic issues are being ignored. Our economy is still geared toward military spending rather than helping those families and communities who rely on state support. Old Worlds Gazette. Cooperating with Sirius Corporation to harvest meta-alloys in the Coalsack Nebula was the primary cause of increased hostility from the Thargoids. Is the Alliance responsible for providing the conditions that allowed Salvation to obtain such power? The Tau Ceti Journal. Senior figures in the business sector are concerned that Azimuth Biotech, despite some recent market uncertainty, has the potential to become the most influential corporation with all three superpowers. Its success in the HIP 22460 system could reshape the financial markets considerably. The Empirical. Ram Tar has published theoretical papers on the Guardian technology derived from the Proteus experiments. However, he admits that full comprehension of the superweapon's construction requires scientific data held exclusively by Salvation. Azimuth claims Thargoid doomsday imminent. Pilots Federation alert. Salvation's anti-Xeno superweapon is now complete and final preparations are underway in the HIP 22460 system. Commodore Morag Halloran, Azimuth Biotech's military coordinator, broadcast this announcement from the Bright Sentinel megaship. Salvation has confirmed that the Proteus wave core mechanism is fully active. Calibration inside the Thargoid structure on the surface of HIP 2246010B has successfully concluded. Power sources derived from Guardian designs are building to the required levels, and a final series of safety checks are currently underway. Upon detonation, the energy pulse generated by the Proteus wave will cause catastrophic disruption to all Thargoid biomechanical technology within range. Every alien vessel in HIP 22460 will immediately cease to function. Salvation predicts that the wide-ranging impact of the superweapon will drive all Thargoids out of the core systems. In practical terms, tomorrow will be their doomsday. This is the culmination of years of research, coupled with Salvation's revolutionary technology. The project could not have been realized without the military support of the Alliance, Empire, and Federation. Azimuth is also grateful to those pilots who delivered vital materials and risked their lives to hold back the Thargoid fleet. Take pride in the knowledge that your courage and dedication will help bring an end to the Second Thargoid War. The superpowers anti-Xeno task forces have sent out urgent calls for emergency support to prevent Thargoid forces from attacking the Proteus Wave site in these critical final hours. Contact lost after Proteus Wave fired. Pilots Federation alert. Communication with all ships in the HIP 22460 system has unexpectedly terminated following the Proteus Wave's activation. As intended, the energy pulse from Salvation's Guardian-based superweapon disabled all Thargoids in the system. This was followed by a second pulse of similar intensity from an undetermined source, which rendered the bright Sentinel megaship powerless. The Thargoid vessels displayed signs of returning to life, after which all comms channels fell silent. The Alliance Defense Force, Federal Navy and Imperial Navy have verified that they are no longer receiving signals from their capital ships. Azimuth Biotech has been unable to contact the Bright Sentinel or Heart of Taurus. There has been no word from Salvation or any Azimuth personnel within the system. Some news feeds have begun publishing eyewitness reports from independent pilots, claiming that the Thargoids have resumed attacking all human ships. These statements have not been independently verified. However, the superpowers are insisting on caution until the status of the Thargoid fleet can be ascertained. They have advised that non-military ships should avoid entering the HIP 22460 system until further notice. The Silent Aftermath. The Thargoid victory in the HIP 22460 system has raised many questions which neither Azimuth Biotech nor the superpowers have officially responded to. Ernesto Rios, field correspondent for Vox Galactica, published a report summarizing the latest developments. 2 days have passed since the massacre in HIP 22460, which left many thousands dead. There have been no updates from the Alliance Defense Force or the Federal or Imperial Navies. All press outlets have banned their journalists from entering the system due to the extreme risk of Thargoid attack. We still lack specifics as to why the Proteus Wave failed. As the echoes of these horrific events fade, the authorities' silence is deafening. Azimuth Biotech's surviving megaships, the Glorious Prospect and the Musashi, remain in the nearby Pleiades Sector CWUB-32 system alongside Sirius Corporation's vessel L Sentinella Cadau. These are accepting a steady trickle of survivors from HIP 22460, whose escape pods or ships survived long enough to regain power before the Thargoid onslaught reached them. Medical personnel have refused press access to medical bays, preventing interviews with eyewitnesses. Without any formal statement from Azimuth, and with Salvation's status still unknown, we can only speculate on what happened in HIP 22460. The Thargoids' method of resisting the Proteus Wave's energy pulse remains unexplained, and their subsequent dominance of the system has caused widespread unease. Rather than ending the Second Thargoid War, Salvation may have escalated it to terrifying heights. Hamer Borichev, deputy editor of The Sovereign, also commented on the situation. Obviously this is a great tragedy, and we must honor those who lost their lives. But essentially, the Thargoids have just defended themselves from the genocide we sought to inflict upon them. Can we really justify our moral outrage at this species for protecting themselves against our weapon of mass destruction? Could all of this have been avoided? Thargoids conquer HIP 22460. Pilots Federation alert. The Proteus Wave's failure has resulted in Thargoid forces overwhelming the Coalition fleet in HIP 22460. Independent and military observers have confirmed that although Salvation's anti-Xeno superweapon was activated as scheduled, it had only a temporary effect on the Thargoids. Soon afterwards, human ships in the system found themselves without power following a second unknown energy pulse and were rapidly targeted by hostile Thargoid vessels. Vox Galactica announced that the reporter Jade Sanderlin was able to jettison her escape pod before her drifting craft was destroyed. She delivered this summary. It didn't work. The Proteus Wave didn't work. I saw its energies ripple out from the planet. I felt it. We all did. The Thargoids reeled and went dark, but only briefly. Then something else occurred, a noise which shook our bodies, screeching through our skulls. Something alien. Suddenly all systems went down. Engines, comps, everything. All the flashing beams of capital ship weapons fire disappeared. Every human ship in our vicinity went dead, leaving us floating through space. I watched through the canopy as the Thargoids swarmed everywhere, more than I'd ever seen before. The bright sentinel was their first target, and they unleashed a blazing barrage against it. Nobody on board could have survived. The superpowers have announced that HIP 22460 is off-limits to civilian traffic, and should now be considered Thargoid territory. The Alliance Defense Force, Federal Navy and Imperial Navy have each begun compiling official lists of every military ship deployed to the system, which remains unaccounted for. Azimuth Biotech likewise issued a statement confirming that both the Bright Sentinel and Heart of Taurus megaships had been destroyed, with all Proteus Wave Project engineers missing and presumed dead. No information on the status of salvation has yet been offered by the corporation. Superpowers commit to salvation. The leaders of the Alliance, Empire and Federation have publicly confirmed their support for Azimuth
Incoming message.
Biotech's anti-Xeno operation in HIP 22460. Prime Minister Edmund Mahn reiterated his position during an interview with the Old World's Gazette. It is our duty to protect the peoples of the Alliance. Since we currently lack a dedicated naval fleet, we must rely on partnerships with key military providers. With Salvation's advanced weaponry and Sirius Corporation's large-scale logistical might, allied worlds have never been safer from Thargoid attack. The Imperial Senate discussed Professor Albert Teesro's accusations of criminality against Azimuth Biotech, to which Emperor Arisa Lavany Duval responded. Professor Tesro remains a respected member of the Akanar Research Council, but a single viewpoint cannot eclipse the strategic significance of the Proteus Wave project. Our military experts are confident.
Incoming message.
Gonna watch a movie with Doodle. We'll check in via phone.
Contact lost after Proteus wave fired. Pilots Federation alert. Communication with all ships in the HIP 22460 system has unexpectedly terminated, following the Proteus wave's activation. As intended, the energy pulse from Salvation's Guardian-based superweapon disabled all Thargoids in the system. This was followed by a second pulse of similar intensity from an undetermined source, which rendered the bright Sentinel megaship powerless. The Thargoid vessels displayed signs of returning to life, after which all comms channels fell silent. The Alliance Defense Force, Federal Navy and Imperial Navy have verified that they are no longer receiving signals from their capital ships. Azimuth Biotech has been unable to contact the Bright Sentinel or Heart of Taurus. There has been no word from Salvation or any Azimuth personnel within the system. Some news feeds have begun publishing eyewitness reports from independent pilots, claiming that the Thargoids have resumed attacking all human ships. These statements have not been independently verified. However, the superpowers are insisting on caution until the status of the Thargoid fleet can be ascertained. They have advised that non-military ships should avoid entering the HIP 22460 system until further notice. Azimuth claims Thargoid doomsday imminent. Pilots Federation alert. Salvation's anti-Xeno superweapon is now complete and final preparations are underway in the HIP 22460 system. Commodore Morag Halloran, Azimuth Biotech's military coordinator, broadcast this announcement from the Bright Sentinel megaship. Salvation has confirmed that the Proteus wave core mechanism is fully active. Calibration inside the Thargoid structure on the surface of HIP 2246010B has successfully concluded. Power sources derived from Guardian designs are building to the required levels, and a final series of safety checks are currently underway. Upon detonation, the energy pulse generated by the Proteus wave will cause catastrophic disruption to all Thargoid biomechanical technology within range. Every alien vessel in HIP 22460 will immediately cease to function. Salvation predicts that the wide-ranging impact of the superweapon will drive all Thargoids out of the core systems. In practical terms, tomorrow will be their doomsday. This is the culmination of years of research, coupled with Salvation's revolutionary technology. The project could not have been realized without the military support of the Alliance, Empire, and Federation. Azimuth is also grateful to those pilots who delivered vital materials and risked their lives to hold back the Thargoid fleet. Take pride in the knowledge that your courage and dedication will help bring an end to the Second Thargoid War. The superpowers' anti-Xeno task forces have sent out urgent calls. Thargoids conquer HIP 22460. Pilots Federation alert. The Proteus wave's failure has resulted in Thargoid forces overwhelming the Coalition fleet in HIP 22460. Independent and military observers have confirmed that although Salvation's anti-Xeno superweapon was activated as scheduled, it had only a temporary effect on the Thargoids. Soon afterwards, human ships in the system found themselves without power following a second unknown energy pulse and were rapidly targeted by hostile Thargoid vessels. Vox Galactica announced that the reporter Jade Sanderlin was able to jettison her escape pod before her drifting craft was destroyed. She delivered this summary. It didn't work. The Proteus wave didn't work. I saw its energies ripple out from the planet. I felt it. We all did. The Thargoids reeled and went dark, but only briefly. Then something else occurred, a noise which shook our bodies, screeching through our skulls. Something alien. Suddenly all systems went down, engines, comps, everything. All the flashing beams of capital ship weapons fired disappeared. Every human ship in our vicinity went dead, leaving us floating through space. I watched through the canopy as the Thargoids swarmed everywhere, more than I'd ever seen before. The bright sentinel was their first target, and they unleashed a blazing barrage against it. Nobody on board could have survived. The superpowers have announced that HIP 22460 is off-limits to civilian traffic, and should now be considered Thargoid territory. The Alliance Defense Force, Federal Navy and Imperial Navy have each begun compiling official lists of every military ship deployed to the system, which remains unaccounted for. Azimuth Biotech likewise issued a statement confirming that both the Bright Sentinel and Heart of Taurus megaships have been destroyed, with all Proteus Wave Project engineers missing and presumed dead. No information on the status of Salvation has yet been offered by the corporation.